Sup, phonies? Crazy Pretzel here, coming to you live. It's Saturday, February 6th, 2021. I always have to look at what the date is, because why not? Time is important, money is time, with my mind on my money and my money on my mind, whatever. Yeah. So I'm doing something different this week. We're going to review WWE Smackdown. Yeah, that's right. I'm not sure if I'm going to review AEW this week. I haven't watched it yet. I kind of don't want to, but if I do, maybe I'll do it like Monday or something. I don't know. We'll see. I might do it, I might not do it, I don't know. I just kind of I enjoyed the Royal Rumble, and I was like, why don't I watch WWE and see what's going on this week? Just take a little break from AEW. But like I said, I might do it, who knows. So, show starts off, we got, before I go into this show, since this is WWE, I have to take a point off for commentary because Michael Cole sucks. He's the most boring commentator ever, and everybody on the roster, except for Corey Graves, sounds like him. I guess Booker T, when he used to commentate, doesn't either. But everybody that is on commentary right now, whether it's Tom Phillips, Byron Sexton, or Sex Addict, as Brad Rules calls him, Samoa Joe, they're Beth Phoenix, probably some other dudes in NXT. They all sound like Michael Cole, who's boring and has no personality, and they just sound like lifeless robots or whatever. But even robots probably have more personality than this motherfucker. So, I'm sorry, but a point has to be taken off for the show because of bad commentary. Also, too, this show is also in the Thunderdome, and there's nobody in the building. There's TV screens or video screens or whatever of people that, acting all goofy and doing this or stuffing their arms or whatever, or just standing there looking like it's wrestling. I gotta take it serious, goofy shit like that. But they aren't making any noise. So where are these crowd cheers and boos coming from? They're piped in, or the building is just full of ghosts. So WWE might want to consider calling the Ghostbusters and, getting the Ghostbusters in there to get rid of some of these ghosts, because clearly they have a problem. Also, later in the show, Big E was talking to somebody who wasn't there, so either he was schizophrenic or he saw a ghost too. So, -1 for bad commentary and the building being full of ghosts making noise. So, alright. Show starts off, we got a Roman Reigns promo. He comes out with Jey Uso and Paul Heyman. Lots of boos from the ghosts in the building. And there's also some you suck chants at Roman Reigns. Man, them ghosts are ruthless, aren't they? So, Roman Reigns, he's cutting a promo. Basically, he wants Edge to come out and challenge him or something. He wants Edge's answer. He has a couple of good lines. He asks Paul, he's like, why the hell am I out here first? With Edge not coming out there first. And talks about how SmackDown is his show. It's it's his island of relevancy or something like that. Some cool lines. So he gets, for whatever reason, he gets mad that Edge hasn't come out there. So he demands he comes out. Edge doesn't come out because he's not in the building yet or something or whatever. But Reigns is pretty obsessed that he is in the building or something. So he's like, come on, Edge, come out here. It's silence for a second. He's like, why would you play games with me? Or something. Just, it was funny. He's just going crazy for no reason. Like me. So I liked that. So he demands a decision by Edge at the end of the night or whatnot. So this promo was alright. I gave it a point. It was kind of funny. So, next we've got Dominik Mysterio versus King Corbin, Baron Corbin. Apparently this is the third time these guys have wrestled each other on the show. I'm down for guys feuding or something, but let's have a match this week. Let's have a match the next week. Let's have a match the next week. That gets old. It gets really old. For whatever reason, before this match started, Corbin attacked Dominik on the ramp and Rey Mysterio. He threw Rey Mysterio off the stage, which it wasn't very high or anything. It was just there was some table structure thing, so Rey just kind of hits this or whatever and falls down. And then he's limping to the ring later on in the match or something. This match was alright. Not much really happened in it. The finish was kind of stupid though, I thought. what was so annoying was like Corbin beat up Rey Mysterio. So like Rey Mysterio like goes underneath the ring apron, and like Corbin and Dominik are like on the outside. So Dominik goes back in the ring, and Corbin's trying to go back in. So Rey comes underneath the ring and grabs his foot, and like he's holding Corbin from getting back in. So and ref doesn't see it. So then Corbin kind of kicks him off. He starts to go back in. He gets a 619 from Dominik, and then a frog splash, and then he pins him. So the good guys cheated to win. Now and the commentators try to play it up like, oh, that was a tribute to Eddie Guerrero, lying, cheating, and stealing or something. No, phony. This was fucking good guys just cheating for no reason. Eddie Guerrero was hilarious with that stuff. Eddie Guerrero had personality. This was just them fucking cheating and holding the guy's foot and stuff. So I had to take a quarter point off for lack of logic because good guys cheated for no reason whatsoever in this match. So this match got a 3 out of 4. It went 8 minutes. It had selling. There wasn't really any referee goofiness or anything or retardation. So, yeah, 3 out of 4. Wasn't bad. Maybe a bit boring and a cheap finish, but whatever. Next, we got Big E backstage. He's getting an interview with Kayla Braxton. He's just acting goofy as usual. I can't take this promo gets a 0 out of 4. I don't care. Big E's not with New Day this week or something, but he acts just the same. Like, he acts goofy. He's, like, talking all loud and stuff, but, like, there's no reason to or something, and I don't know. He just comes off goofy as fuck. And then, like, later in the ring, too, he's still, like, shaking his ass and shit like that. We're supposed to take him serious now, right? But he's still, like, shaking his ass and stuff like that. Like, come on, dude. I mean, the only wrestler I could think of, like that should be doing that would be like a wrestler with like a dancer gimmick or something. Take like Disco Inferno or something back in the day. Yeah, he's dancing. Or like, I don't know, like Naomi, she's a dancer or something. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But like wrestlers that aren't dancers or something, that are like Dolph Ziggler does it too. Like they're shaking their ass for no fucking reason. It's like, yeah. I mean, granted, Val Venus used to do like that little grind thing too or something, but he was a porn star. It was this gimmick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't take Biggie serious when he's doing that shit. So, anyway, 0 out of 4. Next, we've got Daniel Bryan versus Cesaro. This was like a rematch. I guess they had this match a couple of weeks ago. Not much happened. This match went like 5 minutes. The ghosts were chanting yes, 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 or whatever. I didn't really like that. Let's see. Basically, the match starts off, Daniel Bryan dominates Cesaro, like he kicks the crap out of him. And then he puts him in the yes lock. Cesaro powers out of it. Then Cesaro hits like this really like big backbreaker on him, does the giant swing, and puts him in the sharpshooter and makes him tap out in 5 minutes. So, like I said, I think it's kind of strange that like a jobber with Cesaro, I mean, you gotta face facts. The guy hasn't been doing anything, like, and I like Cesaro. Like, I'm not one of those guys that's like, he should be world champion, goddammit. He could be, but you gotta build him up. Give him some wins. Give him what he really needs. Give him a manager. Someone to talk for him. And make his character like an assassin character. Is what you need to do with Cesaro. You do that, that could get over, that could at least be something, because the guy can't talk. The guy can't talk on the mic at all, or whatever. When he talks, it's just monotone stuff or whatever, which is why he should be an assassin, because he'd only have to say a couple of things, and you got the manager just putting him over and shit. That's what Cesaro would need for me to take him serious, but they're trying to do some kind of push with him, I guess. He's beaten Bryan a couple of times, but, it's not going to go anywhere. But I also just find it strange that, like, Daniel Bryan is a former world champion. Like, this guy who's just been in a tag team and jobbing out and not doing much just beats him in 5 minutes. So I thought that was a little bit weird. And then after the match, they took Cesaro, like, I can't tell if he's trying to be a good guy or a bad guy. I think he's trying to be a bad guy, but then he gives Bryan a fist pump or whatever, like, after the match. So what is that? It's a heel giving a good guy you know what I'm saying? So I took a 5th point off for that. And also for a jobber beating a world champ in 5 minutes. But otherwise, 4 out of 5. Selling was good. Time limit was good. Good moves. Other than that stuff, I enjoyed it. So, 4 out of 5. Why not? Next, we've got a Bianca Belair interview backstage. This was kind of cringy. I'm sorry, guys. Some of you guys might like Bianca Belair. I don't see like who she is. But to me, she's basically like a mommy or daddy's girl or something. And her thing is called the EST. And I didn't know what the hell that was at first until I see her entrance later in the show. It says like what was it? Quickest, fastest, toughest, or something. So it's words that end with EST is her character. Okay, I'm gonna bring the EST. You know what EST stands for to me? Eastern Standard Time. So she's gonna bring the Eastern Standard Time to every match she goes in, which means that the match is gonna happen an hour ahead of when it's supposed to go, which means it won't happen and it won't exist. It'll be in a time paradox or something. That's what EST stands for. It's fucking stupid. So, and also what was cringy about this too was they show this Instagram video of Bianca's mom and dad. Like when she won, Bianca's mom was like, ah, or something, and then the dad's acting goofy and falling over the couch or something. So basically, her family set this video up and filmed the entire time the match was going on or something. I mean, that's kind of sad. Like, hey, my family's in the match, so I'm going to film this video to watch my entire reaction of the whole entire match. And then if my family member just happens to win, then you can see my reaction of them winning. It just seems a little stupid to to film yourself for an hour to do that or something. I mean, I suppose, and I'm not a reality TV fan, I suppose if it was for reality TV, you would do something like that, but they're not on reality TV, so they probably just filmed them doing that on a video and put it on Instagram for it to look like they did that, but they didn't. I don't know. It was stupid. So it's got a quarter point. Yeah. Next they show a Seth Rollins video promo. Basically it was just him highlighting some of his championship wins and cashing in his Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. It was all right video promo. I mean, I took a quarter point off because Seth Rollins sucks, but promo-wise, editing-wise, video package-wise, it was fine. 3 out of 4. That's something I like that AEW doesn't do. They don't actually try to and I mean Seth Rollins, yeah, he's already kind of established, but they have new talents and they don't actually put weeks of video packages to promote them to get you to actually know who they are in a way or something. They just throw them on TV and say, hey, here's the Acclaimed or something, you know? Oh, so we're going to fight you next week, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's terrible. At least this is a promo. Next we got Bayley versus Ruby Riot one-on-one. This match went about 5 minutes. This match was alright. I didn't really have too big of a problem with it. The only thing that kind of bugged me, well, I guess maybe a couple of things, but so Ruby Riot used to do this kick, this little weird little kick called the Riot kick. That was her finishing move, right? At least it used to be. If it's not, I'm clueless what it is now. But that used to be a finishing move, and she hit Bayley with it at the beginning of the match, and then Bayley kicked out of it too. So kick out of a finisher? Question mark is what I wrote. Billie Kay was at ringside. She was entertaining as always. One thing that I didn't like was the finish of the match was Billie Kay I forget if Bayley or Ruby Riot had somebody an armbar. Billie Kay went up to the ring apron. I think it was to help Ruby Riot or something. And then Liv Morgan was hey, what are you doing? Blah blah blah. And then Bayley hit this face slam and won, which was fine. But then they after the match, Bayley's walking up the stage, talking to herself. She's she's I'm the better bitch, I'm better than Bianca. She's talking to herself, and that's fine. I got no problem with that. There's ghosts in the building anyways. But so she's doing that. Billie Kay goes up to her with her, her pictures, because Billie Kay wants to team up with somebody or something, or whatever, or just, is selling herself or whatever. I guess maybe the Matt Hardy brand or the MVP thing to do or something, whatever. She goes up to Bayley, and then they just completely cut it out. So we never see if Bayley's fuck off or we never get a solution. She just starts to go up to her, and then that's it. What the fuck? So I gave this a 2 out of 4. That kind of annoyed me. It went 5 minutes. The selling was all right. Well, I guess that I took a quarter point off for that botch, but yeah. Well, not the botch, but that finisher part. But 2 out of 4. Next, we've got, speaking of more women, Bianca Belair promo. I talk about her a lot of this show. She was on this show like a lot. I get it, she won the Royal Rumble, but yeah. So she comes out, and then Reginald comes out, and then starts talking about how, like, she shouldn't wrestle Sasha Banks because he believes that she can't beat her or something like that. Carmella then comes out and, like, starts, like, trash talking to her a little bit or something, and, talks about how she beat, like, Sasha Banks, like, the first time they wrestled or something or whatever. So, like, and then Sasha Banks comes out. Michael Cole says it's boss time, so I took a quarter point off this segment just for that line, because he always says that. It's fucking stupid. I mean, do basketball players go on the court and then the commentator always, like, will always say, like, it's this time, 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 it's this... No, they don't. So shut the fuck up, Michael Cole. Anyway, so, so then Sasha comes out and starts cutting some goofy promo. She starts off with her goofy laugh as usual, so I took another quarter point off because that laugh, there's no reason for that laugh. I don't know, so Sasha and Bianca are, like, praising each other. You go, girl. Oh, girl, I saw you do this, and you did great, girl. It's like, okay. So they're doing that. The way they're all talking to each other in this, you can just tell how it's so scripted. Nobody's interrupting anybody, like in a normal conversation, like if there was an argument or whatnot. So, like, Sasha's, like, talking to her, like, how she, like, she can't beat her, or she should watch, like, if she challenges her or something. And then Reginald interrupts again and still says to Belair that she can't beat her. And then Bianca does something real cringy. She, like, grabs her, like, she has this long-ass ponytail, grabs... Sorry about that, my camera battery died again. Apparently Michael Cole heard me talking shit and must have hacked in my batteries. So, anyway, so she's, like, so if Bianca Belair, like, has this, like, her hair in her ponytail, and starts whipping Reginald with it, Carmella's just standing there not doing anything at all. Just, she's like, doesn't give a fuck, he's getting whipped or something. And then that's it. That's all that happens. So this promo got a 1 out of 4. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Like I said, I don't know what Bianca Belair's character is. To me, she's like a mommy and daddy's girl or something that is obsessed with adding EST to words to make herself look tough or something. And she has a long ponytail. That's not really a character. Who is she? So anyway, next we got Roman Reigns and Jey Uso chilling in the locker room, and then Paul Heyman says to him that Edge is here, and then that's about it. Roman has like a cold stare expression on his face, for Edge being there. Short, sweet, and simple. 1 point. Liked it. Next we've got a Sami Zayn interview backstage. I'm kind of neutral about Sami Zayn. I like that he's got, like, a bit of personality to him. He plays a good bad guy, like, as far as, like, being a paranoid bad guy with people against him and stuff. He's got, like, cameras filming him to confirm, like, that, I guess the WWE is doing a conspiracy theory against him or something. That stuff's all right. I still think Sami Zayn should just be, like a jobless hobo character or something, just the way he looks or something. He looks like garbage. Also, too, he's gained weight, like, compared to how he used to look a couple of years ago. I mean, yeah, so have I, unfortunately, but still, I mean, like I said, if I was on TV, I would try to want to be in the best looking shape I could be in or something, because, a lot of people are going to see me. On this video, maybe like 10 people will see me. So who cares about, you know what I'm saying? So, this promo was all right. I gave it 3 out of 4. Next we've got Chad Gable and Otis versus Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode in a non-title match. Okay, first of all, so Otis was with Tucker in a tag team called Heavy Machinery. They were an alright tag team. They made sense. They were two, like, bigger fat guys or whatever that, they were doing, like, weights and steaks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They worked out and they ate steaks and they beat up people or something. You know what I'm saying? They had they looked like big truckers or something. well, heavy machinery, construction, stuff like that too. That was all right. I didn't mind that. And Chad Gable, this guy is a tag team wrestler for life. I get Jason Jordan, his old partner isn't there anymore. They've tried doing single stuff with this guy, but this guy has no character, no charisma, can't cut a promo. He's just too, unfortunately, he's too small. Yes, he's a decent wrestler, but, it's like that's all he's got going. So then they try to push Otis as a singles wrestler, give him Money in the Bank. He doesn't do anything with it, loses it. So now he's just back to being a tag team with Chad Gable, who's not even his original partner. What the fuck? So, and apparently their tag team name is called Alpha Academy. So that's annoying enough. But then I hate, and WWE always does this. They put, random tag team against the tag team champions, and they always say, good old Michael Cole, if the guys, can beat the tag champs, you gotta imagine they'll be number one contenders or something like that. Whatever happened to the champions fighting jobbers and then tag team matches happening where they determine a number one contender and then the number one contender eventually fights the tag team? Whatever the fuck ever happened to that? It's just, let's put the champs on the show to fight this jobber team and then they'll just beat the jobber team or something. Well, they're not even a jobber team. It's like a team that they even have on the show. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? It's complicated. It's a relationship between people. It's complicated. WWE makes everything complicated. So anyway, for some reason they have a video promo before it. Otis says, "Get these hands." So is Braun Strowman going to murder him for saying his phrase? This match was okay, I guess. It went about 5 minutes. Oh, I forgot about that. No wonder I forgot about that. So I can't stand the Street Profits. Montez Ford, the smoke? You got the smoke? They're fucking terrible. They were doing commentary on this match, and they weren't even at ringside doing commentary. They were I don't know, in cyberspace or something, and they commentated the whole fucking match, and they showed this little screen of them doing it. I had to mute I was watching this on my laptop. I muted it, so I took a half a point off for the Street Profits doing that stuff. So, I don't know, match goes on. Basically, Robert Roode and Ziggler, the Dirty Dogs, for some reason they call them that tag team. It's a terrible tag team. I don't know. They win the match, but Robert Roode hits a nice, glorious DDT, I think on Chad Gable. Yeah, had to have been. There's no way he could have got Otis up that high. So this match got a half a point. All right, so let's take a little break. We're going to go into the Babe of the Week. Babe of the Week is an actress. Her name is Dania Ramirez. Very attractive woman. Kind of so-so with her acting. I liked her on Devious Maids. She played I don't know. She looked good in that show. She was kind of oh, I did this for you, Mr. Spencer. Just the way she always says, Mr. Spence or whatever on there. It's maybe it's a little cheesy or something, but she was all right in that show. Other shows, it's kind of eh. So, but she gets work because I'm sure it's just because of how good looking she is. So, I don't know. Well, she's also Latino as well. And I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but they do have a community that they have to cater to. And, she plays that part very well with the looks. So, yeah. Again, not being racist, just stating the truth. That's what we do on this show. We state the truth. We know that there's ghosts in that building, by the way. All right, next we get some brief Black History Month tribute show, because it's February, so it's Black History Month. To all my brothers from another mother out there, thumbs up to you guys for being proud to be black and all that good stuff and whatnot. But I took a half a point off this segment, not because I'm racist or anything, but because it's typical WWE, trying to cater to the community or something, but they're actually, kind of merciless people because they released, a shitload of people during a pandemic and whatnot, when they clearly made plenty of profits to afford those people. So that's WWE trying to make themselves look good, but really they're not. Plus, they also donate money for breast cancer awareness to Susan G. Komen, which you would think would be a good thing, but she's a crook, but, they don't, yeah. So half a point for that. All right, we're going to go into our Song of the Week. If this gets copyrighted for whatever reason, I apologize, but yeah. My Song of the Week check that song out by that band. It's fucking awesome. I got a hoodie that I always wear of that band. They're awesome. Now, granted, with this band, this is from their old singer. They have a new singer now, and I'm still more lenient to the old singer, I think, just because I know her better. But the new singer's all right, but I think the old singer is a little better. So, yeah, check that song out. Here's a little video of the Arctic Tundra. Life out here in the Arctic Tundra. All the snow and ice out there, even on my screen porch. Arctic Tundra. So cold, so crazy, so heartless. So cold out today. It's like in the teens, and it's going to be even colder tonight as the Arctic Tundra and cold weather comes through and all that stuff. And, yeah, I'm not looking forward to the cold weather. There's my picnic table where I film stuff sometimes when it's nicer outside. But today, brutal cold, dress warm, stay inside, all that good stuff. Watch out. Yeah. Alright, if that didn't get, cussed out, edited out, or something like that, basically that was the actual song in the background, a clip of it while I was doing that to see if I could bypass Facebook and YouTube hardcore copyright infringement, where if you, even if you posted, a product that you bought at the store that was copyrighted, they'll fucking slice your throat and leave you out there to die. So, alright, anyway. Next we've got a Hulk Hogan promo. Why didn't they, promote him being on this show? Wouldn't you want to bring in some more viewers? Hey, Hulk Hogan's gonna make an appearance or something. Now, granted, it was a video, but still. Wouldn't you want to promote him being on the show, the biggest fucking traction wrestler of all time? I don't know. But anyways, they're celebrating 33 years of a match he has with Andre. So I'm thinking, oh, it's the WrestleMania 3 match. That was great, right? No, they showed this Saturday Night Main Event match or something where they showed Ted DiBiase talking about how he's going to buy the championship by having Andre beat Hogan and then just, get the title that way. So they had Dave Hebner or Earl Hebner. It was one of the Hebners, Andre landed on Hogan when Hogan wanted to slam him and then kind of a quick 3 count or something. So, that was cool, but the way they promoted it made me think it was the WrestleMania 3 match. So, anyways, Hogan just does a quick little promo, he just basically, praises Edge, briefly talks about how they were tag team partners, and he's got a big decision, but he's rooting for him no matter what he picks, and that's about it. Then they show Edge talking to Nakamura at some point backstage, but we don't have to hear Nakamura speak any English at all or try to. It's just muted with them talking. So 1 point for that. The Hogan segment I gave a half a point because you figure hey, Hogan's on your show, promote him, right? Nope, it's the way it was just business as usual, which is why they have poor ratings and falling ratings and stuff because there's no effort, no energy, no attempts of anything to make it exciting. So it's say if you put a piece of cheese on the counter, hey, it's a piece of cheese. I like cheese. Cheese tastes good. But you just keep the camera on that same piece of cheese forever for 3 hours. That's not exciting. That's the mentality of this product. Anything that could be exciting, throw it out the fucking door, just throw it out the fucking door, hey, there's Eucerin cream right here. That's exciting. It's good for health, right? That could help me with my skin conditions, right? WWE, nope, that doesn't do anything. So get it the fuck out of here. That's their mentality. So stupid. All right, sorry about that. Get back here. All right, next we've got Apollo Crews versus Sami Zayn versus Big E for the Intercontinental title, a triple threat match. This match was pretty decent. I liked it. Crews did some German suplexes, Chris Benoit style that I liked. For whatever reason, he hit a nice, he did a moonsault from the apron, while Big E was laying on the floor, onto the floor. That was kind of cool. Apollo Crews, he's very athletic in the ring. He does some good moves. To me, he does a bit too much of the flippy stuff, because the dude looks strong as fuck, man. He probably could do some good power moves if he really wanted to. A lot of the guys are smaller anyways, right? So, this is a guy that, and they keep, starting, they try to push him, then they stop, then they start, then they stop, then they start, then they stop. So it's he's not getting over with that. They showed him, and it seemed like they were going to turn him heel. They had him, talking to Roman Reigns, a few weeks ago on SmackDown, and then he's just back out here with the ghost cheering for him. So, I mean, what the fuck are they doing? Is he going to be a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Is he a good guy, bad guy? What the fuck are they doing with them? And this is a guy that could use a manager as well. So, I mean, get him a manager, because he can't talk. Get him a manager. Just put over how fucking good he is. Make him win. You could have a little bit of money with this guy. You know who would have worked good for this guy? I think what was his name? His last name was Rush. He was that little small, flippy black guy that was in NXT that used to manage Bobby Lashley. Leo Rush? Was that his name? Put that guy with him. That would be a good pairing. Anyway, let's go to the match. So, match goes about 10 minutes. Finish of the matchup was like Sami Zayn hits a haluva kick, which is just a boot to the face. I don't know how that's a finisher for him, but whatever. He does it in the corner, so it's different. Okay. So he does that to Big E, goes for the pin, Cruz pulls him out. Sami Zayn gets pissed off at him and then Cruz like beats him up and throws his ass like in the timekeeper's area, which was kind of cool. And then he goes back in the ring and Big E hits a big ending 1, 2, 3. So one thing also annoying in this match, Cruz hit this awesome frog splash on Sami Zayn, like got some nice hang time on it and fucking boom. For a 2 count. Why was that not a finish? Or why couldn't that have not been broken up? You know, just let Cruz use the frog splash. He does it very fucking well. And let him get a 3 count with it. You know what I'm saying? It's, again, it's a tribute to Eddie Guerrero with the frog splash. Let him fucking win the match. Anyway. And then for some reason after the match, like, Big E's in the ring. And then Apollo's, like, standing behind him. Like, I think he was gonna, like, it looked like he was gonna attack him. But then he never does, and he just leaves the ring. And then Big E's like didn't even acknowledge him. He's just looking at the crowd. He's like, the screens, you want some? Let's go. At nobody. So apparently he was talking to a ghost or he was hallucinating on drugs. Anyway, or schizophrenia. So next we got a Seth Rollins promo again because we obviously forgot that he's going to be back next week. Which logically he's already back because he showed up to the Royal Rumble like this week. So why isn't he on this show? He's already made a return. So they act like he hasn't, so I took a half a point off for logic. Speaking of logic, we gotta pay our advertisers here. All right, so, you know, sometimes you're watching this show and you get a bit nauseous or something. You get a GI bug, you get nausea. If you're on chemo, you get that nausea. I've never been on chemo, but me personally, but you get that nausea. Well, there's a medication out there for you that you'll have to talk to your doctor about. It's called Zofran. A.k.a. the generic name is Odensetron. So, yeah, you talk to your doctor about it and try it. Don't be like this.
Yeah. I don't feel very good, I'm telling you.
Hi. How are the discoverers of the spacemen? You're heroes, you know.
Yesterday you laughed at us, and today we're all heroes.
Now you're gonna take a beating.
What do you want? We're pretty mad. Sure are.
Sorry, guys. We're idiots, I guess.
That's right. And don't forget it. You're lucky. You should have been fired. You get your pay. You've had it.
Oh, brother.
Oh, general psychosis and freakiness all right.
Yeah, if you don't want to be that guy or whatever, maybe you should take this medication and feel better. Or maybe take it before watching WWE as well. All right, then we go to our main event, which was just a segment. It was Edge coming out, cutting a promo. Was all right at first. Talks about, how he was injured after coming back and he's trained real hard to come back again. So then he's like talking about do I choose Drew McIntyre, the Raw champion? Do I choose Finn Balor? I had to take a 5th point off because really, Finn Balor, and the NXT champion, you're going to choose him to wrestle for the world title? Get the fuck out of here. Monday Night Raw, 1.8 million viewers, 1.7, something like that. Smackdown, usually a 1.8 to 2 million viewers. NXT, 500,000, 600,000. You're really going to face that fucking champion? Minus a 5th point. Roman Reigns comes out. And just kind of I came out by myself, and apparently, I must have gotten in your head that you needed backup or something. Roman Reigns says, don't worry, Paul Heyman won't do anything, and whatever. And then he sends Jey Uso out. So then he's like, you disrespected me. He's like, you need to acknowledge me. He's going to do is, you need to acknowledge me as your tribal chief and champion and stuff. So, that was cool. I like that. They were going somewhere with that, or it seemed like they were. I was enjoying this or whatnot, and then they fucking ruined it because, Kevin Owens comes from out of nowhere and gives him a stunner, and then that's the end of the show. Like, we have seen this fucking match with Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns twice. I hated how they booked it at the Rumble because Kevin Owens kept going through tables and shit and no selling and kept getting up or whatever. I hated how they booked that, and then made Reigns look weak because he needed Jey Uso to help him keep the fucking belt in the first place in that match. That match sucked. Then we had, like how they booked that, it sucked. Then we had the last match this week, the Rumble, which, like I said, if you take the no selling out of it, it was kind of enjoyable. But even then, Roman Reigns beat him by himself. He won by himself, but he beat him. He's beaten him twice. It's over. It should be fucking over. No, it's going to be Kevin Owens again against Reigns, apparently. Why? Like, why? I don't want to see this again. And they've already done fucking Last Man Standing. They did a TLC match. I mean, you can't really get higher than that. If you do a Hell in a Cell match, gives a fuck. They've already done the same fucking match like before that had more going on with it and stuff. So, yeah. That just boggles my mind. What are they just going to do, have a normal wrestling match? Like, why would you end a feud with that? So, that's something else that needs to get the fuck out of here. Like this, just like this pink cone right here. Like, if this pink cone with Kevin Owens, get that the fuck out of here. So, overall, this show got a 10.35 out of 17, which is a 61%. So, it probably still did better than AEW. But I took that point off for Michael Cole and the Ghosts and whatnot. So, it got a 9.35 out of 17, which is a 55%. So, it failed. But guess what? It probably still is going to get a better grade than AEW would. So, that's a plus. So, WWE, your show's boring, but it was better than AEW. So, alright guys, that's my review. Thanks for watching. Have a good Saturday, good weekend. I'm off. Gonna enjoy my time. Have a good one, guys. Peace. Can't turn the camera off.